friends, Cheryl here with Inked Pulp, and I am here with a new project. I have been watching a lot of glue book videos and I'm fascinated by that whole thing, so I wanted to try it for myself. Let me tell you, it's not as easy as it might look. I took this old Travel and Leisure and I went through and glued 2 pages together in the whole thing. I wanted to make the pages thicker, and in some cases I took out some pages, but I glued the pages together. And then I started by putting down some backgrounds. And so, ooh, that's really bright. Let me get this to where you can actually see it. There is a glare on this corner right here. Let's see if I turn that light around. It's okay on this side, so I'll just kind of work right here in the middle. On some pages I did collages, like this is a nice collage with a an eco-dyed. It's an image, it's a digital, but then I put some neutral pages around as kind of a frame. This is just the magazine page. I haven't done anything with some of these. Now on this one, I just swiped some leftover paints and put some stamping on it. And I'm going to do something else with this one today, here in just a little bit. This one I had swiped paint down, but I didn't like the colors so much. So I took a stencil and I went over the entire thing and stenciled on it. Let's see if we can make this a little brighter for you. Okay, so I stenciled on that. Now this is only a single page. I don't know how that happened. I may take that out. Another collage page. This one was really interesting. I took some spray inks and I sprayed where these are, and then I took a credit card and just sort of ran over it, and I thought that made an interesting background. And then this was just a wipe off of my brayer with some white. It'll need some more. This one was watercolor. I did this with watercolors. This is just some wipe-off papers that I had. I need to fill in this little corner up here, but I just glued down some wipe-off papers, and then I'll do some stenciling and maybe some other little papers. I'll do some other things on it. This is one I want to work on today. So we'll turn that. I love this page. I love it. Again, it's just paint, and then I put circles on it. This one also is just paint. I'm not thrilled with it, but we'll fix it up and make it look better. I'm going to come back to this because that's my first page that I did. And then I've just sort of scraped some paint here. So on some pages where I have an image that'll take up the whole page, I don't bother putting paint or anything down. And this was my very first one. I don't know that it's done yet. I may put some more in it, but this is a background. Well, actually the house was one image with the grass and the little garden. And then I found another image that had a bunch of trees. And so I put that behind the house. And then I have this girl on her bike, and she's definitely out of proportion to the house, but I love it. I put these little apples in her basket on the back, and then I put a couple little apples on the ground here. We've got a little dog sitting here, and then I've got a branch with a bird coming out beside the house, and a couple of butterflies. So I don't know if I'll put anything else on this page, but from what I've seen from other people, it's like you can continue to add as you see fit or just leave it. But that was my first page. Today I want to work on this page. This is a fun page, and we're gonna decorate this thing up. And again, it fits over the entire page here, so I don't have to put down anything in the background. But I am going to, let's do it on the book. I am going to go on this book and put down some glue stick around the edges and in the middle so that we can glue this background down. Now, they won't all have full page backgrounds like this, but I saw these images and I thought, oh, these make such a cute page that I am going to just put this one together. And I'll come on periodically and work in this. It's not a huge project for me, but when I want to just relax and not to have to think too hard about things, I actually I'm going to turn this way so that I can see exactly where the edge of that page is. And it is right here. And I have to be careful with my bone folder because some of these pages, these magazine pages, are real thin. And what I have found on that bicycle one was that I had to go tread lightly because I would rub right through the paper, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So down here I was rubbing really hard and I scraped off a bit of that tire image, and so I went back and put some apples down there. The house, I was pressing down really hard here and I tore the background paper, so we just put the bird in there and it goes just fine. So you can cover up your mistakes. Alright, so now what I want to do here is I've got this great big dog, and he is kind of overseeing the operation, and I love him. The colors go well with this, and he's wanting some of that whatever she's making. So we're going to put him down, and he's going to go right about there. Isn't he cute? I think he is so cute. And then I've got a little bag of flour that we're going to put down here. And I'm just going to put glue in the middle of it for now in case I want to tuck something in there at some future date. Like I may find a little bag of sugar to go with it. So the edges are up, and then once I figure out I'm satisfied with the whole thing, then I can go back and glue it down. And then I've got this little, these are actually sausage and biscuits. They look kind of like chocolate chip cookies, but they're not. They're sausage and cheese biscuits, which she could be making here. So, and I've got this little page marking down here that I really want to cover up. I couldn't cut it off because then it wouldn't have been tall enough for the page. Whoops, there we go. All right, so we've got these biscuits. Now, the last thing I have for right now is, and I had a lady cut out and she was sitting, and I had her sitting up on this rolling pin kind of watching what was going on, and I have lost her on the floor somewhere. So I've got these little dogs that I thought I could put up here watching as well, kind of standing on the rolling pin. I'm not going to glue those down because if I can find the lady, I like the lady sitting better. She was sitting up there and just sort of watching over what was going on. So if I can find her, I may put her on, but if not, we'll put those little dogs up there. And that's what I have so far for this glue book image. I'm getting a little bit of glare off the kind of glossy pages, but that's what working in a glue book is all about. Just pulling images together and putting them together. They can look silly, be disproportionate. I could put a necklace around his neck. I could put some eyeglasses on him. All sorts of things. But that's what... And so this page now is here. I actually am going to put just a little bit of glue on this so it doesn't fall out of the book and I don't lose it. There. Actually, you know what? I think I want these guys down here farther. So that won't fall away, but I can peel it off if I want to. So isn't that cute? Isn't that an adorable picture? I think we could put something maybe up here. I could put something standing on the sausage biscuits. Like I said, I had the gal sitting on here with her feet on the dog's head, so you can do all sorts of things. All right, now the other thing that I wanted to do, where'd they go? It was up here near the front. This one. Here they are. All right, so I wanted to take some of these papers and add a little texture to this page. I've already got some stamping, as you can see, but we want to put a little texture down. And again, I'm just going to go like right through the middle, and this is permanent glue, so if I peel it up, it may, that's what I did here. I had some things, but I'll just cover that up. I'm going to order from Amazon today some movable glue sticks. And then I want to put this right here. So this just adds a little bit more texture to the page. And we can, this says pulpy. There's that. And then here's a little bit of music. All right, so there's some texture for the page, and I can add more. Make sure I didn't miss any. Oh, I've got one more piece of music. Where do we want to add the music? Maybe right there? This is real crumbly paper. And I put that upside down, but I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, so there's some stuff, and then whatever I end up putting on this piece of paper. So I've been harvesting magazines like crazy, and some I leave as full, images, but then others I've been fussy cutting. Like I have this gal, and say she would go there real cute with the little papers. In fact, I may leave her there and see if I like her. Now she is black and white, so she's not too vibrant, but, or look at this one. I love this one, and I didn't fussy cut it yet because I don't know if I want to. I may just want to put that down and put some other stuff around it. That one actually might go really nice over here. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And then we can, put some other things around it. I could maybe put, I've got a lot more people cut out, but we could maybe have her coming from a workout, looking up at her coffee, waiting for that first cup of coffee. Look at that. So anyway, this is kind of the idea of what these glue books are about. It's just, pulling images. Look at him. Look at him. Licking his lips at the coffee. So lots of options. There's another little dog. You can tell I like dogs. And he's looking up, so we could do something like that, and then maybe, where'd that other girl go that I just saw? So maybe she goes on here like this. And then I would, cut off her feet, but you get the idea. Maybe he's looking up at his mama. So anyway, that's what the glue books are all about. And put a blue door there. That's kind of cool. So this is Seattle, where we're getting our coffee. And we have our door with the umbrella and the coffee machine and our boots. I didn't fussy cut them all the way because I was afraid they would get damaged. So right when I'm ready to glue them down, I'll... Oh, and maybe we have some macarons to go with the coffee. Look at that. And then we could put, I don't know, a bird. We could even put a little animal of some sort sitting up there on the... and then we could have this chair here and find a gal sitting down. I don't know. So anyway, that's what the glue book thing is all about. Just going through your images. It does take a while to harvest some images. Let's see, what did I want to do? There was something else in here I was thinking I would do while I was with you guys. Ooh, let's do some stamping and a little bit of stenciling maybe on this page. Just to add some texture. Let's see, in my stamps here. Oh, I've got this one. I'm just just looking for stamps that would be good to... Just pulled out a handful of stamps. Let's see, that's alphabet. There's some music notes. For gift tags. There's some butterflies. Some edging. Alright, let's play with these here. Just a little bit. I like this music notes. Let's start with some music notes. And I'm going to leave it on this other side of the acetate. And I'm sure that I am putting these upside down. Nope. Those aren't really showing up. And I know my pad has ink. But they aren't really showing up very well. Now, I'll show you a little trick. I don't know if this is going to work here, but you can take a piece of sandpaper. This is the first time I've used this, and just sort of rough up the stamp with some sandpaper. Give it a little tooth. Because it feels like it's not, I can see it just barely. I'm going to put some on because you can see it just barely. I think I might have hit my camera there. We can see it just barely. So that stamp, that's a Fisker's stamp. That may be a no-go. And rather than you, well, let's do this. Oh, you know what I might use rather than vintage photo, because this one's not doing well either. I have got some scorched timber, and maybe that vintage photo is just not dark enough, because I'm starting to see a little more of the yeah, we can see a little bit of that text in the background there. There we go. Let's go back and try this one now. Maybe we'll actually do this one in black soot. Because music notes are usually black, right? Okay. Oh yeah. There we go. A little bit of that going off the page. A little bit of that going off the page. Okay, I think that's